What does it mean to be a failure in China? I'm Hansen. I'm 28 years old. I live alone in China. I'm not married, and I don't really have much in savings. My room is about 6 square meters, and I rent it in a shared apartment. By the standards many Chinese families grow up with, someone like me, a Chinese Gen Z, would probably be seen as a bait or a failure. I actually came pretty close to getting married. My ex and I met in college. After we graduated, we stayed in Chongqing together. But her family is in Zhejiang. Her parents wanted her to go back home and find a stable job. If we got married, we would also have to buy a house outright. My family couldn't afford to help us buy a house. They want me to work first, make some money, and think about marriage later. Once we had to face all of that, we realized that being together wasn't just about how we felt anymore. It also involved housing, jobs, money, and two families with different expectations for the future. In the end, we broke up. I'm going to the supermarket to pick up a few things and cook at home. Whenever I come to a supermarket like this, I always pick up a few packs of instant noodles first. When you get home tired after work and don't feel like cooking, one pack is enough for a meal. Recently, my two closest friends from college both got married. Whenever I talk to my parents, they ask me, when are you going to find someone and get married? When are you going to settle down? A lot of people in my generation are only children. That means all of your parents' expectations, worries, and unfinished plans for their own lives can end up being placed on you. So sometimes I even feel like avoiding their calls. These are mooncakes. People in China usually eat them around the Mid-Autumn Festival. People in China really like connecting certain foods with certain holidays. For example, we eat zooms during the Dragon Boat Festival and mooncakes during the Mid-Autumn Festival. These bags above me are from online orders. Customers place an order on the app. Staff pick and pack everything, and the bags are sent along this track to the bag before being handed to delivery riders. A lot of young people in China, especially Gen Z, are now more used to buying groceries and everyday things directly from their phones. But sometimes I still like coming to the supermarket myself. Sometimes I just follow the older ladies around. Whenever they are gathered, there's usually some kind of discount. 30 eggs here cost around $3. Milk is usually around $1 or $2, and I normally go for the cheapest one. If I can save a little money, I will. When you buy things in China, the price on the shelf is usually the final price you pay. They don't add another tax at checkout, so most people in China don't really think about sales tax that much. This coconut drink looks kind of old-fashioned, but it has been popular in China for many years. Because it's so easy to recognize, that simple packaging actually became part of the brand's success. This is Coca-Cola in China. One bottle is about 60 cents. How much does a bottle of Coke cost where you live? These are hot pot bases. A lot of young people now make hot pot at home because it's convenient and doesn't take much preparation. If you are eating alone, there are also smaller portions of hot pot and mala tang. These are spicy crayfish. When crayfish are in season, people in China love ordering a big bowl with friends and eating while they talk. Malls in China usually also have restaurant areas and the sections where you can choose live seafood and have the staff prepare it for you. I'm going to make pork rib and corn soup. When I was preparing for the Gaokao, China's college entrance exam, my mom used to make this almost every week. In a lot of Chinese families, pork rib soup is a kind of thing parents make when they want to get some extra nutrition. Especially when our child has an important exam coming up or is feeling tired, parents often believe that a bowl of soup will help. When people in China make soup, they usually put the ribs in cold water first, with some ginger to get rid of the strong smell. Then you put the ribs and corn into hot water and let everything cook slowly. I really like corn because it gives the soup a little natural sweetness. At the end, you just add a little salt. I prefer soup that tastes light. Today's meal is really simple. It just costs less than $3. Back then, I was honestly tired of eating pork ribs, but now that I live away from home, I sometimes find myself missing that taste. Lately, I've been taking a 30-minute English lesson every weekend. I'm still thinking about whether I might be able to live, study, or work in another country someday. It's kind of ironic. My parents want me to get married soon, find a stable job, and follow the path they think is safest. But I don't think I'll completely accept that kind of life for myself. I don't even know if I will actually end up living abroad, or whether all this English will really be useful in the end. But for now, this is one small way I'm preparing for another possibility. I don't know if I will ever actually live abroad, but there's a news stories I often think about. In 2018, a 28-year-old airport ground worker in Seattle stole a plane and eventually crashed it. Most people remember that he stole a plane, but what I remember is that, where he was flying, he said he could see the Olympic mountains and wanted to go see the views. When I first saw this story at 20, I just thought he was crazy. But now I'm 28 too. I'm the same age he was, and I think I understand that feeling a little better now. I just understand that sometimes you're not trying to end your life. You just really want to get away from the same routine and go somewhere far away for real. That's why I've been wanting to go out more lately. I just want today to feel a little different from yesterday. There's a tree here whose trunk has almost grown into the city wall. I don't know how long it has been growing here, but it looks completely at home in this city. I live in Chongqing. It's one of the most hyped up cities in China. Across the river is Hongyadong, one of Chongqing's most famous attractions. Every afternoon, the area slowly starts to fill up. I also saw 4 older women dancing by the river. Honestly, I envied their energy a little. There are lots of tourists here every evening. So people also come here to sell food and drinks. As it gets dark, more and more people show up by the river. A lot of photographers are here taking pictures for tourists and making some money. The life I'm living now is definitely not the life I imagined for myself at 28. When I was younger, I never imagined that at 28 I'd be living in a 6 square meter shared room, cooking for myself, and keeping track of how much money I had left at the end of the month. I didn't get married when I was supposed to, and I haven't settled down the way I was supposed to either. Sometimes I wonder, If your life doesn't turn out the way other people expect, does that mean you are failures? I don't have answer. I heard there's going to be a drone show here tonight, so I'm going to stay and watch it. Everyone was looking up at the sky with their phones held up to record it. I was standing in the middle of the crowd. The city was so lively. When the drone show ended, I was ready to go home.
你好，地铁是这个方向吗？好，谢谢。
There were so many people here, and a lot of security staff too. Alright, before I end this video, I want to say thank you. I read the comments on my last video, and so many of you left really kind and encouraging comments. Thank you so much, I really appreciate it. And I want to say, honestly, lately I feel a little bit lost. Sometimes I don't know what I'm doing and what I'm headed. But I think for so many people reach a point where what they are starting wondering if they are left behind and if they are doing life wrong. So I don't want to pretend figure everything out already and give you sounds like nice answer. I just want to tell you, if you feel like that too, you're not the only one, and I'm also tell this to myself and I want to share with you. If you want, let me know in the comments what's been bothering you lately, and I will read them. What else? Oh yeah, if you like this kind of honest content, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss next video. And if you like this video, drop a like. And thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.